everything that is happening is already Gurprasad. You have to get into the habit of recognizing every moment as grace, every moment as a gift, regardless of whether you interpret that moment to be good or you interpret that moment to be bad. Because this is what we do in order to understand the world. We interpret circumstances and scenarios based on how they affect us, based on what impact they have on us. In a very simplistic way, we see goodness as receiving something, and we see negativity and badness as having something taken away from us. If someone gives us pleasure, it is good. If something takes our pleasure away, it is bad. And that again is a duality. That again is not seeing beyond the pleasure and pain. And in fact, that way of thinking takes us further away. In Reras we hear that suffering is what you need to help you remember, because pleasure is the poison. Pleasure is a disease. And that doesn't mean that we have to give away all of our modern day comforts and we have to go live in some ashram or some mountains somewhere. That isn't reality either. But we have to create a lifestyle, a mindset, a language, a thought process that allows us to see beyond what feels like reality. The world feels real, and we have to create a new way of thinking that reminds us that this isn't real, and that everything is ultimately part of this divine story, that it isn't about us. This whole universe that's going on isn't about us. It's got its own story that's going on, and we have to recognize that that story and the one doing that story, that oneness, is in bliss. That oneness is in bliss all the time. We have to get into a state where in our own life pain and pleasure become irrelevant. That we can say, Ketya dukh pug sadmar, ebi da teri datar. That if you provide suffering, if you provide hunger, even that is your gift. Because maybe within that difficult moment, I'll remember you even more. I'll get into my connected state easier. So we have to make everything in our life Gurprasad, and we need to change what we think is Gurprasad. We think Gurprasad, the Guru's gift, the Guru's grace, is giving us all the nice fluffy things in life. Well, that isn't how it is. Life isn't fluffy. Life isn't all nice and rosy. There are lots of things that happen in life that we can interpret as good or bad. But look at the examples that we have in our history. Look at Guru Gobind Singh Ji saying at the death of his 4 sons, "Char moye to kya hue?" So what if 4 have died? I'm unaffected. So what if my father has been assassinated? So what if my mother has been killed? So what if my children have been killed? Think of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's life. He comes from a lineage of shaheeds, and he created millions of shaheeds after him. And long may it continue. Long may we have that strength that we can be the example to the world that says that even if you are burning me alive, there is Naam Simran going on, and I see it as a blessing. This is Gurprasad. Not that we just get the things that we pray for in our ardas. That's not Gurprasad. Gurprasad isn't asking for a Mercedes, asking for your BMWs, and then giving £10 to the Gurdwara when you get what you asked for. This isn't Gurprasad. No, at every moment in your life is an expression of divine grace then you will be able to silence those doubts within your mind. Then you'll be